Hello everybody and welcome. Today I am again playing World of Warcraft, continuing my week of mount farming. Today I am in the Culling of Stratholme on Heroic. The Culling of Stratholme is located in the Caverns of Time in Tanaris. And I'm going to go ahead and do this first little bit here because there are some people I know that they're not familiar with how this goes, and they get confused why you can't just run past everything. So what you need to do is you need to find these boxes that are suspicious grain crates and use the little arcane disruptor that you get from the gnome that's sitting out front. You'll also notice that, especially if you are a horde character, but also if you're ally, that you change appearances when you come into this dungeon. As you know from these, and from the previous videos, you know that I am a night elf on my demon hunter, and as you can see here, I am a little gnome. You have to get changed into an Alliance character, but I have no idea why it changes Alliance characters to other Alliance characters, because having a gnome demon hunter just looks silly. But anyway, after you find those 5 suspicious looking crates of grain and use your arcane disruptor on them, all you have to do is run over to the little fork in the road. There will be, I believe, Chromie will be waiting there for you. And then there will be a lot of RP. So I'm going to fast forward through all of this and see you guys on the other side. Now that that's done, let's actually get to the dungeon. The mount that drops out of here is the Reins of the Bronze Drake. If you want to go back, I was actually riding it outside of the city. I cannot ride it inside the city because it is a dungeon. This mount is a 100% drop with a little bit of an asterisk on that. You have to do it in the time limit. You can see the time remaining at the top of the screen, and the timer is about 25 minutes. You have 25 minutes to do the first 3 bosses and get through a little bit of a gauntlet type area. It should be no problem at all at level 100. Even at level 90, I think you should be fine. Back when this was a new dungeon in, I want to say, Wrath of the Lich King, this was a very popular mount. This was a mount that just about everyone had to make groups to try to get, because everyone wanted it. As you can see, groups are spawning all throughout the city, and we have these little risen zombies that are chasing us. You don't really have to deal too much with them at high levels. You can just run past them. What you need to focus on is the packs of mobs where the little flags are. After the 5th Scourge wave will be Meat Hook, the boss, and then you'll have about 30 to 45 seconds, maybe even a minute long, of waiting for the next wave. Typically what I do in between waves, if I'm waiting for it, I will just sit at this little archway right here because it's kind of in the middle of all the different spawn points. So for this part, you're just going to be running back and forth, and I will probably speed this up to the next boss. And here we are at the next boss, Salram the Fresh Flesh Crafter. I cannot say that 10 times fast. And then after that second boss, you will have to go meet with Arthas at the town hall, I believe it is, where we will go inside. Arthas will, well, he won't actually summon any things that we have to kill, but we will have to kill a couple of mobs that are trying to stop us and Arthas from saving the city. As you can see, there's quite a bit of role-playing in this instance. You get kind of used to it, and it does take up a bit of time, but as you can see, I'm level 100, and we still have 18 minutes left to get to the Drake, which is just at the end of this next little bit, which is kind of a small gauntlet type area. At level 100, even at level 90, you should be able to just kind of walk straight through it, dishing out some AoE as I plan to do right now. The biggest thing here is to make sure that you kill the big guys and AoE down the little guys while protecting Arthas. If Arthas doesn't make it, I've never actually seen him die, but I have seen him take quite a bit of damage. So just protect Arthas. He will follow you no matter where you go, because there's really not anywhere else to go. And right now it's just you and him. You're in it together, just like some old mates. Back during Wrath of the Lich King, I actually mained a healer, and this part was fairly challenging, especially when I got in a group that had maybe 3 minutes to get from here to the end of the instance. It made for some interesting healing times. Arthas sure likes to take a long break here, but he eventually realizes that you can slice right through everybody, so he comes along eventually. Just chopping down, AoEing down all of these little fellas. And Arthas is just kind of balls to the wall right now. Holy cow, Arthas, calm down. Alright, there we go. Right now is the time for the mount. As you can see, we have 16 minutes left. Arthas is just going to chill out by the Market Row gate. And what you need to do is, instead of head for the final boss, which is just through that gate there, you have to keep going down this little path and kill this infinite corruptor. You can see he's got this Guardian of Time all shackled up, so all you need to do, come up here, slice and dice. You get the quest that is the Culling of Time, which says you did it in less than 30 minutes, and you also get the Reins of the Bronze Drake. But we're not quite done with the instance. We still have the final boss. So there's a bit more RP. I'll fast forward through it and I will see you at the end. Nikki! Hi, Nikki's ult. Wow, that was a lot less RP than I remember. One hit and Mal'Ganis is dead. He will not drop any loot. If you want loot, it is in this dark ruined chest here. And I don't think I did get a gun. That looks kind of boring. I got a ring and a cloth belt, which actually goes with my Demon Hunter's transmog. Might have to look into that later. And there is the Culling of Stratholme achievement. So now you know we are done with the instance. Like I said, that mount has a 30-minute timer on it. So as long as you can get there and start the fight in 30 minutes, you will get an automatic mount. I hope this helped you, and I hope you enjoy your new mount, and I will see you tomorrow.